genius, crazy, puppet, next president of the United States. All of that is synonymous with Kanye. Yay, Yeezy, Yeezus. Who knows what he calls himself today? I don't know. I do know that he has had the confidence to run before. I do know that he has been making some very controversial statements like someone else did before he began to run or decided to run. I do know that they spent some time speaking on various topics, including current events and what it would take for assistance in the hood from a mental perspective, along with the economic perspective, to get us to become great, right? So I do know that the person that he was speaking with had prior history within our community and utilized that leverage when it was time for him to run for president, which is brilliant. He utilized the fact of the image that he projected. It made him a figure in our hip hop culture. Our political advocates figures also used to hang out with him. So if he's observing, Kanye, observing these types of things, then I'm sure that he could possibly run for 2024, or he believes that he can and he could possibly win. He needs to figure out a way to get from under some of the iron fists that he has at this time, just as Frumpleton did, right? So who's to say that he's not making these types of comments and some would say vitriol. Some would also say unhidden truths, unspoken words. Why now that he decide to come out and discuss those types of what they call over there where he's residing, intricate secrets, right? Their discussions among each other. Why now would he decide to go on and make that detrimental move? Could it be that he is looking and predicting to do better and bigger things, but he has to do it himself, his way? Now, I do not own anything of Kanye West. I don't even have an album or anything of that nature. I do not stream his music. So before anyone comes to say I'm all on, no, I see a black man that is successful in certain venues that can have the potential to do what was done less than 4 years ago, right? Or 8 years ago. So that's where they both have similarities of getting into the other's tight niche community to be the only one, the smart one, right? The only white one, right? Or the only black one, and begin to make certain comments so blatant just to test the waters to see who will really be their fan base, their cult of personality. So this is why I'm now wondering, and just again, something to think about, when you are the top, quote unquote, top smart black person in the room, and you say some things about certain people that you know it's going to break a business contract for not just thousands of dollars, we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. Why? What would be the purpose if not to, in a nice way, divorce you, right? Without having a lot of backlash about why I really don't want to be interacting with you anymore. I don't know, just something I was just kind of thinking about, because he is too brilliant to be making these types of decisions and just blurting it out. No, he took thought in what he was saying, and he didn't backpedal. So I have to believe that he meant what he said and he said what he meant. Here's where, is that also for those that were in agreement with those comments to get their support from a financial perspective. Same with White Lives Matter. He definitely wasn't appealing to us as a melanated community because we know that our lives matter. We know that their white lies matter more than our black lives. We know that. So we know that he wasn't including us, right, in his consumer base. So what would be the purpose unless you are getting the other so that you can get on a Fox News and tell your story, where you can get on the GMA and apologize to your estranged baby mama, right? Why would it be if not for you to weave out again and really use your parlor platform, right, to strategize who your fan base is, what you plan on doing, and so forth and so on. Could be out there. I definitely will take that. I'm just looking at the behaviors, the similarities, the kind of time that is taking place. It's just kind of, there's a lot of parallel. But I'm going to come back a little bit later with some more content on another theory, is that he's basically, he's doing these things to show, through his humiliation, to show that he can be the next gatekeeper. If you don't know what the gatekeeper is, it's basically what it says. The person who, in a sense, determines if a person is passable, meaning they can come on in, or they're not, they stay out. And that can be in entertainment, that can be in, the subculture of sports, just every type of facet in a culture, a system, ecosystem, that you will have a gatekeeper. So some believe that he's possibly trying to replace the ones that he is actually speaking so negatively about. I'll come back with a little bit of that in the next maybe 3 or 4 days. For right now, let me know what you think about what we talked about. Do you think he's possibly trying to do all this for publicity to run for in 2024? What do you think his motivation is as to why now he decided to say all this the way that he did? Leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't. Definitely like the video. And until next time, Ashe.